In our shipyards are built ships of almost every description. The peak period of the war years has passed, but there are still enough orders on the books to ensure work for some time to come. At present, there is no lack of work in the shipyards, but a slump in heavy industry would cause tragic mass unemployment. If Greenock is to avoid this risk in the future, she must have almost as many people engaged in light industry or distributive and service trades as there are in heavy engineering and shipbuilding. Ships launched from our yards go out to every port in the world. Now, to our plans. One of the main proposals of Sir Frank Mears is the zoning of industry and housing so that they are kept apart. The industrial zone will be the waterfront and central station area, east and north of the Glasgow-Gourock railway line. For the central area of the town, a completely new layout is contemplated. This part will be the business, administrative and shopping district. There will be a bus station, a covered market, new municipal buildings facing the Well Park, a community centre and a health centre. A new approach and buildings have been planned for the central station. A street of shops is designed to replace the congested area demolished by bombing. You have seen the need for improvements in traffic conditions. This map shows the new road planned to relieve congestion in the main street and to link up the rather isolated housing areas on the lower hillsides. It will leave East Hamilton Street at Mackenzie Street and proceed on a higher level to Ingliston Street. This old school will be demolished as it stands in the way of development. From this point in Ingliston Street, it will pass in front of these twin chimneys. This new artery should materially lessen the delays on Main Street by removing much local traffic. It will also be the main thoroughfare of the new central area. And now we review the housing problem. Even these rows and rows of new houses are not sufficient to meet the demand. Many new blocks of flats have already been built, such as these at High Street. Several sites in the older part of the town have thus been rebuilt. But it must be remembered that only about 1/4 of the previous number of houses can be rebuilt on a cleared site. In addition, it must be borne in mind that many areas in the lower town are being reserved for industry under the zoning proposals and are therefore unavailable for housing development. Here is the architect's impression of multi-story flats which it is proposed to erect on a few selected sites within the borough. Service lifts will of course be in operation. Housing schemes in the suburbs have been in progress for many years now. The site at Ochny is in a pleasant spot on a breezy hill shoulder with wide sunny streets and magnificent views north and west over the Clyde estuary to the Cowell Hills. It is still expanding, although its limit will soon be reached. It cannot be enlarged indefinitely, however, for open spaces and agriculture also have their claims upon the land. This bulldozer was employed in clearing the site at Larkfield, where a large area was acquired for housing. Work is now completed on roads, drainage and water supply, and another 800 houses will soon be in occupation. To build these houses, the latest methods of rapid construction were applied. In the short time since this film was made, the whole appearance of this scheme has changed.